The RX 6700 XT is one of the best RDNA 2 cards. It had 12 gigabytes of VRAM and received raving reviews when it was released because of its value. However, is it time for you to upgrade that GPU into something modern, something like the RX 9060 XT, which has 16 gigabytes of VRAM, has the latest AMD features like FSR4. However, it only comes with 128-bit bus. Whoa, that 128-bit bus is going to be a bummer, right? Especially at 1440p, bro. Well, we're gonna see. We're gonna run both cards in a lot of our games, like our single-player games, multiplayer games, and even our competitive games at 1080p and 1440p. Okay, let's start with CyberPunk 2077, and look at this one, boys. 1080p, Ultra, and boom, look at that one. The RX 9060 XT 16GB is 30% better compared to the RX 6700 XT. Now both are GPU bottleneck here. Let's go to 1440p with upscalers. Now in this case, we have upscalers of FSR3 on the 6700 XT and FSR4 on the 9060 XT. Boom! 20% better compared to the 6700 XT. Wait, hold on, brother. FSR4 is much better compared to FSR3. That's not a fair comparison, bro. You're technically right. So how about this? We run FSR4 quality and the native on the RX 6700 XT. And here we go, boys. I know this isn't a straight comparison, but look at the difference here. 69% better, and look at the frame times on our 6700 XT. Now, there is some erratic frame times on our 9060 XT, but it's much worse on our 6700 XT at 1440p Ultra. Let's go to our next game. Oblivion Remastered and at 1080p medium settings. Bang! Look at that one, right? The RX 9060 XT is 16% better compared to our RX 6700 XT. The 9060 XT isn't GPU bottleneck here. Let's go to 1440p. When we go to 1440p, the RX 9060 XT is still better. Now we're still using FSR3 against FSR4 here, and the 9060 XT is still better. FSR4 does require more compute compared to FSR3. Let's compare once again FSR4 quality against just native, against no upscaling on the RX 6700 XT, and no contest, right? Yes, it is a stutter fest on this game, but this is definitely no contest. 80% better. Yes, it's orange in apples, but there you go, right? There you go. Okay, let's move on to the games wherein we actually need to compete with high amounts of frame rates. First up, Warzone. And here we go with Warzone. This is 1080p, boys. Basic, bang, 18% better compared to the RX 6700 XT. We're not GPU bottleneck in this scenario, and even on the firing benchmark, the RX 9060 XT is still better compared to the RX 6700 XT. Now, we're not GPU bottleneck here. Let's go 1440p with upscalers, and add 1440p with FSR4 on the 9060 XT and FSR3 on the 6700 XT. The RX 9060 XT is still better, 6% better. We're now GPU bound here for both of these cards. Even on the firing benchmark, yeah, the RX 9060 XT is still better compared to the RX 6700 XT. So definitely worth considering. And like before, we're going to compare FSR4 quality against native on the RX 6700 XT. And look at that one. The RX 9060 XT is still winning here. Even on the lows, look at the lows. That's a huge lead on the lows, 30%. And on our firing benchmark, 12% better on the lows as well. So definitely the RX 9060 XT is the much better card here. Bro, that's crazy, man. I can't believe that 128-bit bus is much better compared to the RX 6700 XT. Yes, I know it's a new generation, but it's still better. Yeah, like our previous videos, bro, the RX 9060 XT has been surprising us with its performance. Yeah. What do you mean, yeah? You've been on the previous videos, bro. Have you not been subscribed? I haven't subscribed, but I will now. Yeah, bro. We're almost at 3,000 subscribers. You might as well subscribe so you won't miss out on these comparison videos. Okay, let's move on to the next game, Delta Force. And this one, boys, 1080p, low settings. We're both GPU bottleneck here, and the RX 9060 is still much better compared to the RX 6700 XT. 30% better. That's 30 28% better on our walking benchmark, and on the firing benchmark is 44% better. Let's go upscale 1440p. Boom. 1440p, the RX 9060 XT is still much better compared to the RX 6700 XT. Definitely worth upgrading to. 24% better, and on the lows, it's the same, 23% better. Let's go to the firing benchmark side. Right, 32% better on the average FPS, 23% better on the lows. Let's move on to PUBG, where GPU bottleneck at 1080p, and boom, look at that one. Yes, we have really high FPS in here for both cards, but you are getting much better FPS on the RX 9060 XT on the running benchmark, 20% better. Let's go to the firing benchmark, where it matters a lot. Boom, look at that one, right? It's only 8% better, but it is still better compared to the RX 6700 XT. However, this is 1080p. Let's go 1440p where it really matters because you need resolution in this game to have a visibility advantage. Bang! 1440p, RX 9060 XT is still better, right? 14% better on the running benchmark. When we go to the firing benchmark, it's still better. 6% better on the average FPS and 7% better on the loss. Not as much compared to our previous games, but it is still better. And in terms of power consumption, they're more or less the same. The RX 9060 XT uses about like 15 watts less compared to the RX 6700 XT. Okay, let's now move on to our hero shooters. And first up, Apex Legends competitive settings at 1080p, and on our heavy action benchmark, boom, boom. Look at that one. The RX 9060 XT is 15% better compared to the RX 6700 XT and is also much better on the lows. Now we only have 300 FPS max frame rate on this game, but it still shows that the RX 9060 XT is still better compared to the RX 6700 XT, even on our static benchmark. Let's go to 1440p. Here we go, 1440p, heavy action scenes, and bang! Look at that one. The RX 9060 XT is 18% better compared to the RX 6700 XT, and this lead pulls further when we go into the static benchmark. The RX 9060 XT is definitely a good upgrade path if you're jumping from the RX 6700 XT. Let's go to the next game. Marvel Rivals at 1080p, low settings, and bang! Look at this one, right? 32% better compared to the RX 6700 XT and also has much better lows. Let's go 1440p with upscalers. Once again, FSR 3 on the RX 6700 XT and FSR 4 on the 9060 XT, and bang! 16% better on the average FPS and 17% better on the lows. Ultimately, still better compared to the RX 6700 XT, even with this one. Now, let's go back to the same scenario. We've got FSR 4 quality on the 9060 XT and just native on the 6700 XT because of the image quality. No contest. Yes, I know this isn't a fair comparison. However, if you're just looking at video quality, there you go, right? 72% better. Okay, let's now move on to our PvE games. And first up is Helldivers 2. Bang! Look at this one, boys. Helldivers 2, we are GPU bottleneck for both cards, and the RX 9060 XT is 7% better on the Gatling benchmark. Let's go to the stratagem benchmark, and it actually stretches the lead to 13%, right? 13% better on the FPS, 14% better on the lows. Let's go to 1440p. Here you go, boys. 1440p native, 11% better on the RX 9060 XT. Stratagem benchmark now, same thing, 14% better compared to the RX 6700 XT. Yes, if you're needing a sign, this is the sign. You need to upgrade if you want to upgrade. Let's go Path of Exile 2. Okay, now this game traditionally favors NVIDIA cards, but we're comparing AMD against AMD here, and the RX 9060 XT is 35% better at 1080p. Right, it's just much better here compared to the RX 6700 XT. Let's go to 1440p. Now we did use FSR in here, but we didn't set any upscaling, right? 1440p now, bang, it's the same thing, 37% lead over the RX 6700 XT. So if you're playing this game, you can upgrade to the RX 9060 XT, although I would probably point you to an NVIDIA card if you want much better performance like what we've done before. Okay, So if you look at it overall, right, at 1080p, the RX 9060 XT is 22% better in terms of average FPS, 19% better on the 1% lows, and 26% better on the 0.1% lows. It's not even a question, right? It's if you need a clear answer and if you're a 1080p gamer, the RX 9060 XT is definitely for you. At 1440p, the 9060 XT, even with its narrow bus width, it is still 17% better in average FPS and 17% better on the 1% lows and 29% better on the 0.1% lows. This is a straight yes. Right, if you are looking for a reason to upgrade, yes, it's a straight yes for you. Definitely need to upgrade if you want to upgrade. Now, my personal opinion is depends on your market, right? So if you have an RX 6700 XT currently, I would definitely sell this card and upgrade to the RX 9060 XT while there is demand for your card. So if you look at the US market, you see that the RX 6700 XT is selling for about like $260. I think it's overpriced for that price. And that's probably because of the 12GB VRAM and how the other 30 series cards only has 8GB VRAM. So yes, capitalize on that situation. Here in New Zealand, I'm seeing this card being sold more than the 3070 only because it has 12GB of VRAM, even though the 3070 is much faster. It's only being sold at about like 400 plus New Zealand dollars over here. So yes, if you have an RX 6700 XT, just let it go, bro. Let it go now and then buy the RX 9060 XT because you will have faster performance, and at the same time you also have access to FSR4, which is the main selling point of AMD as of the moment. But what do you think?